Hey everybody, do you know what's about to happen? I do.
It's a tiny tight show. What you know about pro wrestling? Tune in, get a lesson in a little MMA. Got a question? Throw it our way. A suggestion? Listen to the podcast. There's some bomb gas. RVD, no, we won't pass. Makes me so mad when Big Show's sad. I just can't believe the acting. It's the last thing I wanna see, but Mae Young fasting, crashing through a table. You're overreacting, not another stable. Tiny tight show moves not, don't give a fuck. Crispin one. I'm Zach Selleck, Mike Batchelor. Start the show, brother.
And we're live. It is the Tiny Tight Show for the week of November 29th. I am one half of your tag team champions. The one, the only, Batchimus Maximus, Mike Batchelor.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm Zach Backcrack Selleck.
That's the
Made that
backcrack.
up on the spot.
You got the Rob Ford backcrack gimmick going?
You inspired me with your
Yes.
creativity.
Batchimus Maximus.
Zach Backcrack.
I'm also double as the new guitar player for Guar, so.
Oh, very nice. How's that
just-
going? You just got back from tour?
Yes, I just need to get the foam shoulder pads and all that. I want to say gimmick, but I can't say gimmick. No, I got my gimmick. Got my foam.
You gotta pay those gimmicks come in the mail every month. Those bills.
I mean,
You
the
gotta pay
fake,
those gimmicks.
the fake blood's expensive.
A little color.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
How you doing, brother?
good, man. So you went and saw a movie tonight, I heard.
Yes. So before we get to the goodness of the professional wrestling and mixed martial arts that we give you every week on the Tiny Tight Show, I went and saw the Vince Vaughn movie, Delivery Man. Is that it?
Yeah, is it The Delivery Man or just Delivery Man?
Yeah, I like to call it Delivery Man? Question mark.
I think it's actually I don't know for sure, but I think
Yeah.
it's like a French movie or a Canadian movie, and then
It's like a remake of a French film.
they redid it. So it wasn't a
They-
typical Vaughn movie, I'd say. So it wasn't your
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Vince Vaughn fan, but I think he was really good in this.
Wait, hold up. You don't like Vince Vaughn? So like, what about Wedding Crashers?
Not a fan.
No, that's not your. That's
I think Wedding Crashers had too much hype when I saw it.
Is his style of comedy just not your thing or something, or?
I can really take him or leave him. Depends on the movie. Like,
Well,
he
he's the same character in every movie, so you
He
can't
is,
say
pretty
that. Except
um,
for this one, he was different in this one.
he really did show kind of a lot of his acting chops, and the movie didn't go in places you expected it to go. It
It's
played
true.
pretty safe.
The way you said you touched on a point there. You said he showed his acting chops. I really think that's true. I couldn't help thinking. Do you remember when Moneyball came out and Jonah Hill was praised for his pausing, like taking pauses? I felt like that's exactly what Vaughn was doing. He was taking his time. Yeah, no, like it was a good parallel there. So I think good for Vaughn.
Like when you saw his son who was like in the home.
Yeah, those were some good scenes. Yeah.
His I could make me a Vince Vaughn impression. I didn't say a thing. Yeah, and
The lady when we're buying the tickets, she's like, "Oh, it's a real tearjerker." So I was waiting for some tears because that doesn't take much from me, really. But I didn't cry. Did you cry?
yeah, I cried.
Which part? The handicap kid?
No, that was like because I'm like I watched it with the handicap kid. I'm thinking, I know I'm not a horrible person, but I don't think I could do that. I was just okay. What's on the next page? But no, at the very end.
Yeah, the very end when they
the
all
group
got
hug.
to get the group hug. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was close.
Yeah,
It didn't get me, but it was close. Yeah.
it's a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's just because I found it kind of hard to suspend my disbelief at that moment because they all just look so much. I don't know. It was just I was fighting it. I was Anyway.
Chris Pratt ruled this movie.
Oh, he was gold. Yeah. Also, Moneyball connection.
Yeah.
We're making connections here.
Yes. His lawyer, just like right at the end, like, we did it, Dave. No! You idiot! He's my gay lover. Best line. Oh, my kids are cool with it.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. He was good. And Chris Pratt. For those who don't know, you might have seen that Amy Poehler show, Parks and Rec. I think he's on that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he's in Moneyball. He's Scott Hatterberg in Moneyball.
Yeah. He's gonna blow up huge when Guardians of the Galaxy hits, because he's like the main guy in that.
What did you say?
He's gonna blow up huge when Guardians of the Galaxy, that Marvel movie, drops next year.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't heard of that one.
It's essentially like their outer space Avengers team.
Well, I don't know if it'll be that popular, man. I've never heard of it.
They're putting a big push to it, like because you know how in every Marvel movie there's like the scene after the credits.
Who's he? Is he gonna be like the chubby superhero or something? Like,
No, he got cut.
Yeah.
This is the same movie that Batista's in. He's Drax the Destroyer. Michael Rooker's in it.
From Walking Dead.
Yeah. Benicio del Toro is the controller.
Hmm.
So. Was it Bradley Cooper's the voice of Rocket Raccoon? Vin Diesel's the voice of Groot the tree.
Oh wow! So it's pretty okay. I give you some star power there.
Yeah. So.
But, yeah, that guy always seems like he's a little out of shape. Even on Parks and Rec, he always seems like he's just kind of blah.
No, if you Google, like, he's got like 6-pack shredded.
Wow.
He got cut for the role.
Wow. Well, yeah. Let's get to some business.
Some business. Another week of professional wrestling on the Tiny Tide Show. Shall we start with WWE?
Yeah, let's give it a go. So we had Survivor Series this last Sunday.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of the pay-per-view?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of where they're going right now. Just kind of boring, especially the main event.
Should we start with the Phantom Punt to Big Show?
Well, my feed cut off, and you want to start at in the main event?
Yeah, let's start at the main event. Let's just talk highlights.
Yeah. Well, that's what my stream went down at the main event, and I couldn't get it back going. So it's the only
Randy Orton broke out the punt to Big Show, but he whiffed him. He missed. It like obvious. Like I found a GIF. I put it and I'll post it up. He missed by a mile, and that they're selling that as the big concussion storyline for Big Show, which means we got a new song. I'm Big Show. I'm so confused. So confused.
So confused.
My head hurt.
Yeah. So they missed and looked awful, but they still tried to play it off as an injury angle.
Yeah. What else happened? The Roman's Reigns push has started.
Yeah, so he was in the Survivor Series match with the Shield and
the Shield and the Wyatts, wasn't it? No, it's the Shield and the Real Americans.
Yeah, Shield and the Real Americans versus Usos, Ray,
Cody, and Dustin.
Yeah. So the good guys got off to a big time lead. I think Dean Ambrose went out first,
which sucks because he's the best.
But it went down to just the Shield, right? It went down to just Rollins and
Reigns.
Yeah, Rollins, Reigns, and Reigns went on a spear attack. He speared 4 guys, took them all out, and so they're giving him a little bit of push. And he looked like it's $1 million.
If you go to like the WWE app right now, there's 4 separate pictures of him on the app as you continue to scroll down. So there's subliminally Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it's kind of what do you think? Because obviously both from our you especially in your exposure to the Indies, you knew Ambrose and you knew Rollins. You know, you kind of have preconceived notions that you're gonna like him or you know who they are. But Roman Reigns, did you think like he had the star power before this kind of this breakout?
I never really saw much in Roman Reigns, even from the beginning. I thought it always should have been anybody but Reigns. It could have been Hero, could have been anybody else in the Shield.
And what do you think now?
His spear's getting over, which means other people have got to stop doing it. Like they're probably gonna make sure Big Show stop doing the spear because it's gonna be a Roman Reigns thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be really interesting when Goldberg comes back.
Mm-hmm.
What happens? Then Reigns may have to come up with a new finisher.
Well, no, because Goldberg is just gonna be a one-off thing, right?
Yeah, but it's gonna be him versus Ryback. So.
Well, okay. Well, let's go back a little bit though.
Yeah.
I was watching, they had the vintage collection on today.
Yeah.
And they were going through Goldberg's streak. And man, that crowd was hot.
A hot crowd, like that was that WCW crowd, man. They were into it.
Oh, wow. They were into Goldberg so much.
Yes.
Remember that match for the U.S. title versus Raven? They showed that.
Yeah, and Raven he had to work for it to beat Raven.
Yeah.
I remember the one match with him and William Regal. And Regal just fucking said, "Fuck you, we're chain wrestling." And Goldberg had to work for that win. It wasn't like 10-second squash. Leave it to Regal. If you look at the match on YouTube, it's hilarious because Goldberg's like so confused because Regal's not giving him nothing. He's not selling.
I'm gonna go check it out.
He's actually trying to like get Goldberg to fucking work a hold.
All right. Well, to go back to the Shield. So
yeah, to the Shield.
The bad guys won, and Reigns wins.
Sole Survivor.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was the next match, but they had the girl match.
Total Divas versus the Real Divas.
Yeah, and I came down to Natalya winning, and Michael Cole said Natalya was the lone survivor, but what's her face? Nikki Bella was.
That was hilarious. She never got eliminated, but
she never. Yeah, but everyone was confused. I even called it. I'm like, what's going on? I thought Nikki Bella was still in this match.
Yeah.
And then later they announced, Michael Cole announced his mistake.
Yeah. I liked Rick Ross versus Ryback. Ryback called out, did the open challenge, and Mark Henry made his return.
Yeah, Mark Henry is back. He's shaved his head. No more hair on the top of his head, but he's got the hair here still.
Yes.
He's got face hair.
Yeah. I still wanted to see like 3 weeks of vignettes of him just in like pimp suits and looking all gangster. That would be huge.
Cigars. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
The boss. That's it.
Oh, imagine, he's the classic scene on like one of those fast boats in like Miami or something like that. Just chilling on like a big like a Notorious B.I.G. Music video or something.
And fucking bring back Sexual Chocolate.
yeah, that'd be sweet.
That shit, yeah.
Who could be he could have a servant like his like. Puff Daddy had Farnsworth Bentley, I think his name was. He's got to have like a servant guy who was always dressed up in like his outfit, but
JTG, he's not doing anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah. I was gonna say Xavier Woods, but him and Truth are gonna be feuding with looks like Tons of Funk soon. So
yeah. So I saw that on SmackDown, but let's go back to Survivor Series.
Yeah, let's go back to Survivor Series.
Okay, so they had the Chicky match.
Yep.
What else do they have?
What we all want to know, when did Eva Marie go out?
Oh my gosh. She sucked. But JoJo got some time in, and she was actually, in comparison to Eva, Maria, JoJo seemed athletic, at least. Sold a little bit.
If I was booking, you know what I'd do now? Because now we have the two rosters. We got the Total Divas faction.
Yep.
We got the Real Divas.
We got them.
Now's the time for the NXT Divas invasion.
We need like a group of like badass veteran bitches to come back. We're gonna need like a Karma, Victoria.
Yeah, the Shield. Capital SHE.
And then you bring back Gail and Mickey or whatever. Like,
Beth Phoenix. Yeah, Victoria.
Oh, Beth Phoenix, yeah.
Karma. Imagine 3 of them just killing bitches, all of them.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then just sleep.
Yeah, that'd make get some buzz. for a few weeks at least.
Get Kelly off the stripper pole.
Okay, we get Maurice back on the pole. Well, what?
As opposed to Miz pole, because he's a bad guy now. Ooh.
Miz, no one cares about the Miz. I hate that he's got the claim to fame that he headlined WrestleMania and
Miz's new move. Oh, I'm a bad guy.
But then he was weird. I don't know if you saw Raw. We're gonna jumping all over the place tonight, but that's what we do. The Tiny Tight Show.
That's what we do.
We're confusing. If you follow along, that's just you're probably under the influence. Anyway, okay. Miz was on Raw, and Michael Strahan came out for Miz TV, and he was breaking kayfabe. I don't know, what was up with that?
That was the weirdest fucking segment of all time.
Miz is supposed to be a bad guy, but he's joking around kind of as a good guy, but he's breaking kayfabe.
With Titus O'Neil posing as
Strahan
guy.
Yeah, with a gap in his teeth.
Does this mean now, after this and Titus O'Neil puking all over everybody on SmackDown, this is a Titus O'Neil push?
Oh my gosh. Well, let's try to finish one thought before we go on to the next one. But yeah, so anything else about Miz?
Fuck Miz.
Do you remember what he was saying? Because I remember being like, what are you even saying, Miz?
Where's this segment going? Then they just start hip tossing each other and.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just don't get it. Didn't get it. Maybe we should have went on.
Yeah, maybe moving on.
Yeah.
I think my highlight for Raw was the Wyatts kidnapped Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Right? And not 30 seconds later, Daniel Bryan's fiance has no concern. She's more concerned with getting an autograph from the Michael Strahan dude.
I didn't even notice that.
Where's the continuity in that? Shouldn't she be upset?
Yeah, that's a big mistake. I didn't even notice that one. Damn.
Either Total Divas matters or it doesn't matter.
Yeah, what's going on with this show? That's what I don't like. Yeah.
Title unification. Jericho did that shit years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had. I don't know. Well, okay, Survivor Series. Let's finish
Survivor Series. Yeah, let's finish it.
Okay, so we did the main event.
Yep.
Okay, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan versus
good match.
The Wyatt family. No Bray Wyatt, but the other two, Eric Rowan and Big Rick.
Yep. Brody Lee.
Brody Lee, brother.
Modern Bruiser Brody. I think he's gonna break out big.
Yeah, he's main event Raws and all the time.
But no, I think he could be because Vince likes big guys. And he's
what about that bald spot, man? I don't know. Vince doesn't like bald spots, so.
Oh, that's okay. You can just spray that shit out.
No. I guess if Hogan can.
Yeah.
Hogan's got the ultimate bald spot.
Yeah. So, do you think they're gonna make Daniel Bryan part of the Wyatts now?
Yeah, I don't know. I hope not, because he should be champion.
Because that's common sense. Let's take the most over guy in the roster that the fans cheer for when he's not even in the segment.
Yeah, exactly. For opening segment of Raw or in Triple H, they're cheering for Daniel Bryan, who's not even in that
storyline anymore.
Yeah, exactly, he's not even in the storyline. You got to get on that shit, guys. I was listening to the podcast today, Wade Keller, and it's they're almost embarrassed that he got so popular, and they're just how they were really feeling. That's how what they're saying on TV was really how they were feeling, and we all kind of knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so transparent.
Mm-hmm.
They can try and defend it all as much, but the proof is in the pudding. They fucked him over when he could have made the company a lot of money. Tons of money.
How excited were we to see Daniel Bryan in the pay-per-view main event every time? I know I was.
Beat Cena clean, and they just fucked it right there.
Fucked it up. That was the most exciting moment. I don't know. Just even getting beat down week after week, telling him there's like a goat face, he's ugly, like he's a B+ player. Like still fans fucking still love
be a
him.
star, Trips. Be a star.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say. I was running this idea by Amanda. And tell me what you think. You don't watch Total Divas, but like he seems when he comes home, like he's really reserved and like kind of a personal guy. Like he likes his privacy, and maybe he doesn't want to be like he wants that spot, but he's not a Cena. He doesn't seem like he's that extrovert personality that is always wanting to be on the road, and he wants to just have a nice family life and have his privacy and things like that. So maybe that has something to do with him not taking full advantage of the top spot. But I don't know. That's just a personal take on it. I know Total Divas is like we've talked about layers of kayfabe, but whatever. Like, that's what I think. That's what
I think he's never going to get a fair shake as long as he's in with the company as it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe not wanting having the most enthusiasm to go do most shit. Like I don't know. I'm just guessing, right?
Like what they could have done so much. Like even if basically just say the whole thing between Heyman and Punk was a ruse, and that they're still working together, and then turn Punk heel and do Daniel Bryan versus Punk for the World WWE title. That would have been an amazing main event. That would have drawn money.
Oh, of course. It's gonna be whenever they do that. I hope they do it. They'll obviously do it sometime, but maybe they'll do it too late.
I don't know. Did you see the GIF that was going along of like Triple H saying like I only want one champion on the cup for the like there should only be one champion to represent this company, and the picture underneath is him with every single title, including the Divas title, in a Photoshop. It was pretty funny.
I didn't see that one. No, you showed me the consequence or Xavier Woods.
Yes, the truly disturbing Tower of London with Eddie Edwards and Adam Cole.
Oh man, that was creepy.
Yes, it screamed. I don't know, for some reason that just screamed Tiny Tight Show to me.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the tag team of Big E and Mark Henry?
Loving that. So they came out on Raw together, and that's awesome. I think the veteran and the young guy put them together. Maybe they can travel the road together. Maybe Big E can learn a little bit.
So in WWE logic, they'll have the tag titles in 3 weeks.
No, I think they're doing things. They're doing things that they're slow burning things a little bit better than they have been in the past.
So let's move on to SmackDown, which you just finished watching.
Listening to while playing Risk on my iPad, but yeah.
Which is always better than actually watching SmackDown, is actually listening to it.
They had, you mentioned earlier, Titus O'Neil versus Cesaro after Titus O'Neil beat Great Khali in a food eating contest, because this was this Thanksgiving episode of SmackDown.
Yes.
So during the food eating contest, Khali got his face pressed into a pie, and
that's comedy.
It was, and he held it down there for a good 30 seconds, which I was a little confused by. I'm like, did he pass out? Is he sleeping in the pie? But when they pulled his face out, he was still awake, so I was a little confused on that. But yeah, I guess when Titus won the competition, food eating competition, Vicky awarded him a match against Antonio Cesaro, in which everyone gasped because they knew he was going to get the giant swing. Then
he threw up all over the place.
Yeah. He threw up in JBL's hat, the cowboy hat.
Did he really throw up?
I don't know. They were showing. They blurred it out with like a turkey to cover it up. But then he threw whatever it was. I don't know where he would get this substance from. Like it looked like he was. Yeah. It looked like it. Then he threw whatever was in the hat on Cole, Michael Cole. It was pretty good. Well, if it was puke,
Alright.
that was pretty good stunt for Cole
Nice.
to take. And then literally he puked right on Zeb Coulter's head. Like Coulter bent down like this, freaking puked on his neck.
So he's got Darren Drozdov's gimmick now.
Hopefully he doesn't get his next gimmick.
Oh.
That wheelchair gimmick.
Yeah. I'm not going there. I'm above it.
I almost cracked you though. I could see the smirk.
You gave me a nice softball right over the plate. And you know what? I'm not swinging at it. No. I guess before that they had Mark Henry versus Curtis Axel with Big E and Ryback. How the hell's Ryback not in a food eating competition?
Just 1 second. Yay!
Yes.
How's food?
What up?
Podcast. Just wanted to knock and say hi.
Okay.
Hello. Tell her I say hello.
Sure.
She's gone now. Moment's gone. So then they had, I guess, was it Los Matadors and El Torito versus 3MB as the Plymouth Rockers.
Are we still talking SmackDown?
We're still talking SmackDown.
Yeah. So Slater started the match against the Bull. El Torito is pretty good. Slater's great. I loving him. They all have the pilgrim hats on. All three of them have the pilgrim hats on.
So Rey Mysterio pulled double duty then?
I think Torito's a little bit taller. Come on.
Oh, true.
Mm-hmm.
Brodus Clay and Tensai versus Xavier was an R-Truth.
Yeah, so earlier in the show we had Brodus Clay with some really bad acting get really mad at Xavier Woods for stealing his Funkadactos. I don't know how he stole them. Maybe from the GIF or something. That's him stealing his Funkadactos.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brodus Clay is getting wants revenge. I tell you.
Bray Wyatt cuts a promo about Daniel Bryan saying he's safe with him. Wyatt says Bryan entered a man but will leave a monster.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt's still doing killer promos.
You know what would be awesome? Imagine if when Daniel Bryan comes back, he shaved his head except for his beard. He's pulled that look off once before.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's like he seems very cheap and just shave. Works. So are we on to the tag team match yet?
Yeah. So we got Goldust, Cody Rhodes versus the Shield.
So the match started off, as Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus the Shield. Started on the hour at 9 o'clock, and they won. Cody Rhodes beat Seth Rollins with his finishing move, clean in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
No. Sorry, Dean Ambrose was here. But first Ambrose was on announcing duties, and man, he was so good. He was such a good ring announcer.
Ambrose is the man.
Oh, so good. So then he breaks it up, and Vicky comes out and makes it a 3-on-3.
If it was Teddy Long, he would have said, "Now hold on, Blam. It's time to make this a tag team match."
Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of that. Just constantly someone coming out and revising shit. Like it's just getting it's like every week, same thing.
I could watch a series of CM Punk Dean Ambrose matches. That might be a good feud.
Oh, it's definitely could be in the near future. Okay, so it's 3-on-3 now, and then something happens, and Usos
lights go out.
The Wyatt family and Usos. So then it's a 6-on-6 somehow, and it goes the whole hour. So it started at 9 and went the whole half the show basically. So Seth Rollins.
That's some ROH type shit right there.
Yeah, it was pretty. I don't know. They always put on good matches.
They did that match already. It was like a 2-hour time limit match, and whoever got the pin on Adam Cole, that's how Michael Elgin got the world title shot. It was like a 12-man tag match.
It was a long match, wasn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, that was SmackDown.
Yeah. So some highlights were Dean Ambrose's announcing skills. Goldust still moving well.
I think it's time we do our wrestler of the week this week. Who do you think had the biggest impact this week so far?
We're doing. I don't you think we should do that at the end or no?
Yeah, well, I say first time we're doing it. We could do it at the end. Okay.
Yeah,
I,
I
am
think
just,
that
I'm
should.
just, I just thought of who I wanted to right now. So.
Oh, okay. Just.
Yep.
You're catching me off guard. You're all prepared,
No
but
worries.
leave me unprepared.
We've got notes. We're prepared. We got organized. We got an education meeting.
Okay, so where are we on the news? TNA.
Yep. I got results for TNA right here. So
Ro-
blah blah Dixie.
Blah 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 Dixie. Dixieland.
She announced that her new chief of operations is Rockstar Spud.
What? What?
That was the best reaction. I think that was the reaction of the entire audience when they all actually found out when Rockstar Spud was announced. What?
That seems silly. So he does what? What's his title?
I guess he's going to be Kane's position. Chief of operations, yeah.
All right.
Because I guess they're not using Ohio Valley as developmental anymore, and he is under contract, and that was the only place he was wrestling, so they got to do something with him now because they're paying him.
Yeah.
Because he won the British boot camp or whatever or British gut check or whatever the fuck that was.
Whatever it was, yeah. What is Dougie Williams still doing anything? I thought he was OVW trainer.
Maybe not anymore. So Dixie said she hired chief of staff because she was too busy. An AJ chant broke out. Dixie stopped for the second to let it go. She introduced her chief of staff, Rockstar Spud. Blah, blah, blah. Dixie announced the next round of gimmicks in the tournament. Dixie's got her own gimmicks.
Yeah.
And
gimmick land.
Yes, it's a
gimmick wheel, right?
That she was doing something for another member of her family did in the business and split the talent down the middle with the winner turkey dinner competition. I shit you not, this is how TNA was last night. Dixie introduced EC3 and came to the ring, just saying he had flown in his competitor tonight, and he was a guy that used to tear up the roster. He said he was undefeated, and some people said he was unbeatable. They did their Carter family gimmick and kissed cheeks to end the segment. Ethan Carter III versus Curryman.
Isn't that Daniels?
Purely speculation. So yes, I guess Curryman wrestled Ethan Carter III, and he lost in 3 minutes 38 seconds. Funny enough, I checked my Twitter when Impact was on, and Tim Donst, I guess he's wrestling Ethan Carter at AAAW or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he said that he wanted to punch. Was it that segment wanted him to punch him in the face? I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, I got you. I'm following you.
Video recap of Gunner throwing in the title for James Storm. So I guess the Viking.
What do you think of the real life Viking Gunner?
I don't know. Something's missing.
Yeah, what would you think if you're James Storm and a couple of years ago you're in the title hunt and you won the title and you're having good feuds with Bobby Roode?
Yeah.
And now you're back in this position.
I think sorry about your damn luck.
Oh!
Nice. Drop the mic, walk off the stage.
Bada boom.
Bada boom. So yeah, I guess they're teasing them breaking it up. Blah blah blah. Bromans have introduced their new DJ Zima Ion, so the Bromans keep getting better and better.
I like in the Bromans. I'm sure the personalities are good.
Because I guess Zima comes out with his own turntables.
Zima Ion's back? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's their new DJ.
Oh,
so
nice.
he's part of the faction now.
Nice. I like that. He's got the hairspray. It works, right?
Yeah. ODB and EY walked up and told them that they were wrestling. Norm Furman and Dewey Barnes.
Nice. They still got PD Avalon.
Yes. Oh, I love this. I'm just reading the recap. It says, Norm Furman, Dewey Barnes, and they love the idea or something. I quit listening. This shit is terrible. This is a highlight. Just reading this Impact. It's actually more interesting than the actual Impact. Velvet Sky versus Lady Tappa. That's a huge bitch.
Yeah, Velvet Sky's doing her ass cheek gimmick again. I thought she stopped doing that for a bit, but I saw that last week or a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Video showed the beginning of the Aces and Eights funeral. There were a few baby faces in the congregation.
Oh yeah, I heard the Ace and the Eighth died.
Yeah, Ken Anderson killed it.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yep.
Vince's nephew?
Yeah. EY and ODB came out in the turkey suits. Oh yeah, they were doing some. I'm gonna have to watch it. Some weird where everyone was wearing turkey suits.
I want to see an EY versus Santino match.
That'd be epic. Cabana's fighting EY at some New York show. That's
that'll be great. Yeah.
Yeah. Showed footage of AJ Styles defending the title in AAA again. Dixie's not impressed. Another comment in here. Rockstar Spud yelled at a caterer about Thanksgiving dinner. Who the hell wrote this show? Kurt Angle thanks Magnus for teaming with him and also hyped their match for next week. Ace and Nate's funeral started. Magnus was playing on his phone. Samoa Joe was eating. EY was crying, and Tenay asked him why. EY didn't know. Casket opened and Anderson crawled out. He cracked wise about many segments they had in the show and last year. Angle pulled out a D'Lo bobblehead doll. Joe passed out beers and drank them while eating from the deli tray, and that bully's ex-wife and her dad sent over. That's funny. That's funny. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Today put Taz's cut and Brooks' booty shorts in the casket. EY added the turkey suit and cried. Anderson started to bury the casket and said it was a good hammer and decided to keep it. So I guess Anderson's going to keep the hammer gimmick.
That makes sense. Works for him.
So evidently they did have a match on the show. Team Rude, Bobby Roode, Bad Influence, and Chris Sabin versus Team Angle, James Storm, Gunner, and Magnus in a Survivor elimination match. Because you know it's Thanksgiving. Blah, blah, blah.
So going back to the Goldberg vintage collection, they showed a match. It was like an outdoor one. I forget what it was, but they had a Royal Rumble with all the NWO guys.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
I think I do, yeah.
Over-the-top Royal Rumble with this all NWO guys and Goldberg. And he was kind of like, they all were paired off except for him, and he's kind of walking around the ring like just like fending everyone off like this. And it was like Wolfpack versus Black and White. And then when it got down to just him versus the Giant Big Show at the end. Yeah. And for some reason, he does a jackhammer and pins him and somehow wins. And I'm like, I thought it was an over-the-top. Like, what happened? Like,
only in WCW.
Like, what just happened?
So Kurt Angle was disqualified for the Final Elimination. Rude won. Team run 4-0. Angle hit everyone with a chair, cleared the ring. Blah blah blah. Who gives a shit? That was TNA.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm getting bored of TNA. Even the highlights. Let's talk about let's cue up that podcast music. Let's have a little podcast corner.
I gotta add that in post, so that'll add that in right now. So podcast corner. Podcast corner. This is not the theme to the podcast corner.
I don't even remember what I did for any of them.
It was good. I'll pepper it in there in the audio show.
Nice.
So, big weekend podcast, pro wrestling podcast. Chris Jericho announced he's doing his own podcast.
Huge weekend. Yeah, so do you think the market's going to get saturated? Like, how many wrestling stories can one person tell? Like, I heard Stone Cold on Cold's podcast, and he's like, well, I've told this story a bunch of times. And even, I was like, I've heard this story. Like, but what do you think? Is it going to get saturated?
If it does, it's a good thing. It means the quality is going to get better, too.
Yeah, there's probably lots of stories to tell, too. And it'll make people get more creative about asking questions and stuff.
Yeah, like I really like the idea, like that Stone Cold on Cold's podcast was really interesting, because I could listen to Stone Cold talk like old school USWA stuff forever, like Chris Adams, all that kind of stuff, or his matches with Ricky Steamboat. And just how he hit that idea he had with Colt to dissect a match.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking fascinating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome to watch. Yeah, Stone Cold, when he gets in the groove and like he said, he likes using the terminology and he gets right into it. It's fantastic to listen to him talk about wrestling.
Yeah, so like he had Dusty Rhodes on his podcast earlier. He dropped like 3 huge ones. I only listened to the Dusty one. I didn't listen to Brian Knobs yet.
I haven't listened to that yet. Did you listen to the Wade Keller or whatever?
No, I listened to a little bit of the Wade Keller one.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
he can really talk. Like he's a good talker.
With the Stone Cold with Dusty. Now you're promo. You're wrestling. What was it? No, Ric Flair's wrestling Nikita Koloff. So you go down to help, and next thing you know, he's breaking your ankle.
Up and down the road for the working man.
For the working man. This show's for the working man.
You're Dusty. Where'd you start? You start in Boston?
Yeah. I was green as shit.
Yeah, he said his first match, he had no training, and it was against the world champion in the main event in Boston.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What else have I been listening to wrestling-wise this week? So Colt's podcast was pretty good with Austin. I'll be interested to see who Jericho gets on his.
I think think of Stone Cold's model. He just doesn't do wrestlers, right? So Jericho opens up the whole world of music too. So you'll probably see a lot of like people in metal and like a lot of hard rock musicians. I bet you're gonna see like Zakk Wylde and like maybe Ozzy Osbourne. Just throwing that out for examples, but just anyone on the Oz tour probably. I don't know if he's played Oz tour. I'm just making just general assumptions here.
I think it'd be interesting if Jericho had Benoit's son on.
How old is Benoit's son? Because I heard he was getting into wrestling.
Yeah, he's like 20, 18 to 20.
Yeah, well, the one that got away, or
that's terrible.
Like
Chris Benoit bobblehead, you quit nodding. That wasn't funny.
He's got to make an appearance for that joke.
Oh, yes. Wolvie, our mascot. So the one that got away? Nod.
Do you think that Chris Jericho should have your son on his podcast?
Terrible. We have one viewer right now, and he's outraged.
We have a viewer?
Yeah, someone's watching. Thanks for watching.
That's awesome.
We need more of you.
Yes, it's like me, you, and that guy or girl. That's a club right now.
If you're watching, you can leave a message in the chat, and we can read it. It's the beginning of big things as we drink our beers, hoping for sponsorships one day.
Yeah, so we had Dusty. We talked about Dusty on Stone Cold. We talked about Stone Cold on Dusty. And
ROH pay-per-view coming up, Final Battle.
Yeah, we're going on to some indie news.
Indie news. Indiana Jones and the Temple of News. ROH Final Battle, December 14th. It's kind of weird because I always kind of connotate Final Battle with Generico and Steen.
How can it be Final Battle every year?
It's just like it's never Final Fantasy. It's never the final one. There's like 14 of those fucking games. So Final Battle for now, till the next battle. But that doesn't sound as good on a pay-per-view title.
Final Battle till next year.
Yes.
Yeah, it does have the same ring to it, yeah.
No. Main event, world title triple threat match. Adam Cole versus Jay Briscoe versus Michael Elgin.
Do you say Jerry Briscoe?
Jay Briscoe.
He said West, too.
Yeah. Some Briscoe. It's the one with the smoking skull belt.
Yeah, so we got 2 belts. We got one of them up for
Adam Cole.
And
One
then we got
quarter.
Michael Elgin's mullet.
Yes.
It should be mullet versus for belt match.
Yes. TV title match: Matt Taven versus Thomas Ciampa, the Psycho Shooter.
Ciampa. Yeah,
I,
he's a. What do you think? Do you think Ciampa's done well since his coming back from injury a few months ago?
I think they're gonna give Ciampa the TV title.
I hope
I
so.
think
I don't really like Matt Taven, so I think it's due. I think he's due to freshen up the TV title with Ciampa.
I love Truth. Truth's awesome. Truth Martini. I love the Hoopla Hotties.
Scarlett Bordeaux in
Scott-
Saliza.
I love Hoopla. I love
Saliza.
taking my pants off. I mean, who doesn't love taking their pants off? You have no pants on right now.
Maybe one viewer doesn't have pants on.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're just wearing the tiny tights, hence the tiny tight show. Maybe they're not even a wrestling fan. Maybe they're just fan of tiny tights. You know. Maybe they like superheroes. This could be a superhero show. Fuck it. Tag team title match: Red Dragon versus Outlaw Inc.
Red Dragon. Bobby Fish is badass.
And a team of Eddie Kingston and Homicide. You know Zach, and it's me and Eddie Kingston are fighting Bobby Fish. Sorry.
Eddie Kingston's got a good promo.
Kingston's huge.
Yeah,
Man.
it's got a
I can listen to Kingston talk all day long.
Yeah.
Stretcher match. Loser must stop using pile driver. Kevin Steen versus Mike Bennett.
It should be loser stops eating poutine match.
Mm. I don't think Kevin Steen would.
Quick note before I forget. I was watching NXT today.
Yes.
I swear Generico sounds just like Steen. They talk they sound the same. They sound the same. If I close my eyes, I was like, oh, Steen's talking.
Because they're both from Montreal, right? And it wouldn't mean that it's a Canadian-French accent.
Yeah.
But that was a huge match with Steen versus.
Well, don't skip on. So keep going.
Oh yeah, we're going to keep going. Okay. Young Bucks versus Adrenaline Rush.
Yeah. So Young Bucks, Nick and Matt.
They're gonna have a super kick party.
Mm-hmm.
And strap match: Silas Young versus Mark Briscoe. So go Team Mustache.
Yeah. So okay, we're gonna lay down some quick predictions.
Yep. I'm gonna go with Mark Briscoe over Silas Young.
Boom, liking that. With you on that.
Bucks versus Adrenaline Rush. I'm gonna give it to the Bucks.
With you on that as well.
They're winning titles all over the world. So, stretcher match. I'm gonna keep Kevin Steen wins.
Giving it to Bennett.
Mainly because Steen has a new T-shirt that says "Package Pile Driver Everybody." So, just going on a limb there, he's gonna walk off. Or I think he's gonna lose the stipulation and just continue to use it. So, Red Dragon. I know you're gonna go with your buddy, the Hipsters.
Yeah, can't. Yeah, they're like hometown heroes.
Yeah, so I'll go with Outlaw Inc. Evidently, Danny Trejo likes. I'm a big fan of Homicide.
They've been switching up the tag team titles too much. Keep it on Hipsters.
Yeah, I think we already picked. I think we're both picking Ciampa over.
Yeah.
And who's your pick? I think Cole's gonna retain.
Yeah, I agree. Cole to retain. So our only really description was the Outlaw Inc. versus Red Dragon.
Oh yes. So, did you want to talk more about Total Divas?
Well, I didn't watch it because I was watching Survivor Series, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. So we'll wait for the next week for on that.
Yes, you can still run the music.
Yeah. There we go.
Because I rhyme divas with beavas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh snap.
Go girl.
Moving on to new segments. Wrestler of the Week. We're gonna
Well, we got NXT, right?
Yeah, let's do NXT. Then we'll do that though.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, viewer.
I
Thanks
approve.
for kicking in there if you were with us.
Awesome.
Is it still? Is there? Are they still there?
Yeah, it's the one viewer, so
Oh
we'll
wow!
take it.
We
Woohoo!
we're making them feel really special tonight.
That's right. It's all about them.
It is. This show's for you.
Yes. Even if you don't watch wrestling, this is for you. So, thank you. We got NXT this week.
If you listen
not
for an hour of this, you must be like wrestling. So
yes.
they must like wrestling.
Yes. And our stunning personalities. It's the must. They stay for the
Or your
mustache.
fedora on the Lucha Labor Mask. They just watched for an hour on mute.
Yes.
Looked at that.
Sin Cara Wyatt. It's Sin Wyatt. There you go.
There you go. That's quick. Quick
So
like a cat.
NXT main event on NXT was Adrian English, aka Pac, versus allegedly El Generico, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, so
Purely speculation.
That was for number one contendership. For Bo Dallas was ringside or play-by-play with
I
Renee
hate
Young.
Bo Dallas so much. He is so terrible on the microphone.
Oh, he's in and out of character. He's terrible. He can't keep his flow. It's not very good. No. And I don't know what he's trying to do with this character. He's like trying to be like a happy, like weird, happy guy. I don't know.
I'm Bo Dallas.
But Renee Young killing it as an announcer, not a ring announcer, but just an announcer, and she's as a host girl. She's doing great.
She's getting a lot better.
Tyler Breeze versus Hero, Chris Hero.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, Tyler Breeze is pretty hilarious. It's like a Zoolander character. I'm really enjoying it.
His cell phone's gonna get over really big when he gets on that main roster.
Oh yeah, and like the zoom in, like they have this like when he enters the ring, he like lays there, and they like zoom in, and he does like the blue steel. It's great.
I got a better blue still than Tyler Breeze's, and I only bust it out when on special occasions. So.
All right, well, let me know when the special occasion is. But he squashed Chris Hero.
Did he? Okay, waiting for the camera to move. Did he? Yeah, that was terrible. So yeah, he squashed Hero.
Squashed Hero by Hero. And then, that main event was freaking sick. Sami Zayn versus Pac. We saw some great chain wrestling at the start. We saw some big moves. We saw. I can't even describe some of these moves. They're just really, really, really good.
They got their shit in. Also on that on the NXT was Aiden English on this week's show? Was that last week's show?
I didn't see it, but he's great. Like he does this great like show tune entrance, and if you haven't seen the Aiden English show tune entrance, friggin' watch that.
He needs to immediately feud with Santino when he hits the main roster.
I don't know, because you don't want to just have like pigeonhole him as a comedic wrestler.
That's the whole point of it. I don't know.
I like it. I disagree.
With the feud with Camacho and Hunico versus the Ascension, who's the good guys?
I guess the Mexicans.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like the Ascension though. Like, Buddy's, I don't know, the smaller guy's hairline is confusing.
Oh, like up here? Like if I growed my hair long?
No, you don't have a bad one.
No, I'm getting there, but I don't know. I think the Ascension, they could really work on the main roster, but they need like a big evil to head them. They're perfect henchmen, but WWE doesn't have the balls to do a Satan gimmick.
Yeah, it's kind of been played out too, right?
Yeah.
Same gimmick, Undertaker, Cross, Stephanie on the Cross.
Do it again. It'd be shocking. You got to put the part. Bring in Jim Mitchell as the manager, and just start turning people evil. Like turn Sin Cara into literally Sin Cara. Turn him heel. Make make Alex Riley like a creepy manservant.
No, I don't want
that
to see
just
the
gets
Ascension. I just want to see more Sami Zayn, more Adrian Neville. I want to see more Enzo Amore. I want to see. I
so
like
you
Tyler
want
Breeze. Tyler Breeze is pretty entertaining.
what
Rather
about
see him.
Alexander Rusev?
Rather
Do the
see
Russian. Breaking boards.
him, Aiden English, whatever his name is. I
Yeah.
think they got some talent down there right now. It's pretty good.
Now, do you call shenanigans? I think like the call up of Xavier Woods is a little kind of too soon to Chris Hero. They just pumped him out like as the poster child for NXT.
I don't know what you mean.
So they release Hero, one of the most talented guys in the roster, who should be there, right?
Yeah.
Like I think Cornette said he should be teaching at the Performance Center, and so that's would you agree that's a lot of bad press?
No, I don't see the correlation between the
Then
call up.
immediately they bring up Xavier Woods, who's been like waiting to get called up for a while, but no promos, no coming soons, no vignettes. Just immediately, oh, he's with Truth and he's from NXT. Just kind of to like look over here. Don't focus on this kind of shit. I don't know.
No, I don't see the correlation. Sorry.
I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but I think just the timing is a little kind of funny.
No, I don't see. They already have a little storyline with him. It gets Brodus doing something. I don't see the correlation between that. No.
It's me. I'm just looking for conspiracies everywhere.
You're a conspiracist theorist.
Yes. It's a conspiracist.
Okay, let's get into our final segment, which is going to be Spot of the Week, Rest of the Week. I don't have anything planned. Just make it up on the fly.
Yeah. So basically, we're going to sum up like who was the biggest mover shakers this week. There are Wrestler of the Week. So the way we're going to do it, so each time someone's a Wrestler of the Week, they get 1 point. In the year-end reviews, they're going to get Wrestler of the Year.
Okay.
Okay. So I think biggest mover and shaker this week is Rick Ross, Mark Henry.
You gotta back it up a little.
It's a toss-up between either Roman Reigns or Mark Henry.
Because Roman Reigns, because the Survivor Series, taking 4 guys out, or Mark Henry for beating Ryback, making a great
and just being awesome Mark Henry and dropping the weight. You got to give him credit because he dropped a ton of weight. Like, didn't he do a drop kick or something in that match, or like a flying shoulder tackle?
I don't know. I just remember the headbutt on the ground. He's doing the headbutt on the ground now. The
Junkyard Dog thing. I don't know. Like, okay, so argue Roman Reigns versus Mark Henry. Or do we want to put, like, as a write-in vote, Peter Avalon for TNA, because he's the best thing going in TNA right now.
Well, he's not going to win, so we'll throw that vote out.
Okay, so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's give it to... I would give it to Roman Reigns because even though Mark Henry came back for the first time, I think he could have got a bigger pop. He lost his spot already to Cena because he was supposed to feud with Randy Orton for the title. He's even doing it on house shows. I heard them announce it tonight while watching SmackDown. So he lost his spot. Now he's kind of just middling around with Big E Langston instead of doing anything big. Roman Reigns, I think, with that performance in Survivor Series, definitely takes home my pick of the week. I would agree. Roman Reigns is the wrestler of the week. Should we do spot of the week? What was really okay? Or do we want to consider like Titus O'Neil throwing up on everybody? Yeah, that has to go down as the misplay of the week here. That's the misplay of the week. That's the botch of the week. That's the wrestle crap of the week. There you go. I think what was impressive this week. Yeah, what was impressive? Was there like that specific spot in that Sami Zayn versus Adrian Neville match? Yeah, there was I forget what it was. He caught him and then was into a sit down power bomb. It was he was gonna go for Hurricane Rana or something, and then it was into a sit down power bomb. Something like that. It was really cool.
So it's there. How about Zeb Coulter twerking or attempting to twerk then throws his back out? That made me laugh.
No.
No, okay.
Um, I can't think of anything else.
Well, let's go to let's do the match. Just Adrian Neville versus Sami Zayn. That's like spot of the week.
Yeah, that match.
That whole
match.
That whole match is spot.
Yeah, that's the match of the week.
Zayn. Awesome. Sami Zayn versus Neville.
Instead of spot of the week, it's match of the week. And
Yeah,
that's
let's do
match of the week.
Yeah, on NXT, and rest of the week is Roman Reigns. It's in the notes.
It's documented.
No,
I was thinking we didn't talk about this during our production meeting, but we need, you know how at the beginning of the show, Cole goes in the studio, and I'm like, apartment. Everyone is probably listening. We need one of those, right?
Yes.
Like, people, the one guy or girl, whoever you are.
Yes.
You can sing along with us and. Yeah.
Yes.
We need a gimmick, a new gimmick.
We've got an awesome ending gimmick.
We got any gimmicks, but maybe people don't listen to the end. I'm just guessing.
Okay. Anything going on in MMA?
No, let's go. Let's end the show.
Okay. So, fuck it. It's time to... Show's over.
Show's over.
So, thank you for watching the show. If you like the show, hit subscribe right below there. Leave a comment in the notes. You can follow us on iTunes, so at iTunes.com. You can send us an email at tinytightshow@gmail.com.
I don't think you go to iTunes.com. I don't think that exists. I think you just go to iTunes.
I go to iTunes.com and nothing's there.
I just go down to your icon, iTunes icon.
Where can they find us on social media?
You can go to Tiny Tight Show at Twitter and Tiny Tight Show at Instagram and check out some cool pictures. One of old sign where me and Batcher watched the Survivor Series 2000 the other day, and we found this old sign of Chris Jericho, and it's a doobie, and it said "Still Smoking," Chris Jericho. It's freaking awesome. So you'll see a picture of that. Tiny Tight Show, Twitter and Instagram.
Yes. I think eventually we may start a Tiny Tight Show Facebook group, but for now, as always, I am Mike Batchelor.
I'm Zach Backrack.
Tiny Tights are I.
Tights win fights.
See, that's a good ending of it. So, until next time, peace out.